Bim bam boom, another replay. This one from Coops and MTK's Joy Boy. This was a part of the Friday Night Fights tournament. Coops sent it in. This game did not end up on stream. I took a look at the replay, decided to give it a go. Slaanesh, often bemoaned as a bad faction versus Ogre Kingdoms, who last patch were amazing and this patch are still very good. How can Slaanesh hope to win? Well, before Mortal Empires, when there was only 7 factions in the game, Slaanesh was actually considered a counter to Ogre Kingdoms because of all their spears, their anti-large Hellstriders, which have since been nerfed into the dirt, and the fact that Ogres have low leadership and Slaanesh specializes at getting rid of things with low leadership and then chasing them off the map and getting army passive. So for Slaanesh, we have 3 Hellstriders, one of which is the Spear variant. We have the Eternal Entourage, Heartseekers of Slaanesh, the Herald of Slaanesh with Hysterical Frenzy and Acquiescence, plus their Summon and Locus of Grace, 5 Marauder Spearmen, and 3 Exalted Demonettes, one of which is the Burgers Beowulman. For the Ogres, we do have Ogre Bulls with dual weapons across the front line, looks like 4 of them. We have 2 Iron Guts, 5 Gnoblar Trappers, even after the nerfs, the Sky Striders, even after the nerfs, and a Hunter on a Stonehorn with the Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw with only his heal spell. So this Ogre build is taking all of the nerfed units and just hoping that the nerfs weren't too bad. Here we have a big surround. Hellstriders hitting these guys in the rear while Spears are fighting them. So far it's going well for the Ogres, but the Eternal Entourage joining in, this might get a little crazy. Hysterical Frenzy getting popped? Yeah, so 109 melee attack for those guys. They're going to eat through that Hunter like nobody's business. Frontline fight. On the north side, it is going well for the Ogres. The middle and this bottom side are going well for Slaanesh. Slaanesh has some units routing over here, but I mean, the Ogres have invested so much money that, yeah, they should be winning it. And right now, they're just kind of not. It's a stalemate, but the Ogres have committed a lot more to it. Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw is dangerously close to the Bringers Beowulman. If they focus onto him for even a second, they can rampage him, and then he is stuck just fighting all of these Exalted Demonettes. Meanwhile, Gnoblar Trappers are trying to regroup with Iron Guts who need to charge over, but Slaanesh is sweeping up there like a tide, just going to keep them away from this southern fight. Where the Hunter, even after getting a Troll Guts, he's still trying to heal up. The Eternal Entourage are just kicking tons of ass. Acquiescence onto him as well, lowering his melee defense to 8. And the Eternal Entourage is still after him. Now, the Sky Striders are out and about. They're very healthy. And Ogre Bulls have cleared out a lot of the Spearmen, a lot of the Hellstriders that were here for the Eternal Entourage. So now the Eternal Entourage is feeling a little lonely. But there are those Bringers of Beguilement getting a Rampage off onto the Hunter. Can they Rampage the Slaughtermaster too, as Slaanesh pulls ahead on the balance of power? A Fury Summon fades away, making things a little easier on the eyes for the Ogre Kingdoms. But some of these Gnoblar Trappers that are getting pushed off the distance do need to come back and offer some of that fire support against the, especially the Demonettes. Demonettes are extremely vulnerable to that small arms fire. Hunter is still rampaging. We'll see if he comes back. Slaughtermaster somehow has managed to avoid it so far, and Iron Guts continue to fight. Meanwhile, the Ogres on the south side are starting to push up and up and up. They really want to fight their way up to help out their Hunter. And they're trying to get rid of these Bringers Beguilement, who are so close to dead, but not quite. Hysterical Frenzy is popped onto the Eternal Entourage, once again bringing their melee stats up to 109 melee attack. But the Bringers Beguilement hold for now. And the Sky... What is happening to the Sky Striders? Oh, shit, they are getting murdered! In this clump, it's really hard to tell what's attacking them, but it looks like maybe the Eternal Entourage and the Bringers Beguilement are hitting them, but the Sky Striders get slaughtered. But speaking of slaughtered, both the Eternal Entourage and the Bringers Beguilement fade away. They die off. And then as a Marauder Spearman is also pushed away. But we have a Rampaging Slaughtermaster from the Tier 1 army ability of Slaanesh, keeping him in these spears, and Hellstriders chasing him down. That's a lot of damage onto a very important member of the Ogre Kingdom's roster. Sky Striders very close to routing. There they go. Balance of power shifts against the Ogres as the Hunter needs to do something drastic. Otherwise, his Lord is about to rout. And if his Lord routs, he ain't coming back. Slaanesh owns the mobile game right now. And he does rout just as the Stonehorn comes in, gets a decent charge, but that is looking like it. Slaanesh owns the top side, and on the bottom side, literally a single Gnoblar Trapper and this Hunter are the only things that aren't routing right now. Sky Strider's last model is pushed off and killed. Fury Summon is here as well. A Narcissism nets the Hunter in place, so we can't even try for the desperate Lord Snipe. And she'll even charge back in. That's a little fuck she gives about this whole situation. Fury Summon goes after the Gnoblar Trappers, but I think that is, in fact, GG. A quick one, as most Slaanesh games are prone to be. For Coops, pretty good value on his Herald, all things considered. Exalted Demonettes did fantastically. Marauder Spearman also did really, really well. Hellstriders, mixed, not super great. And the Eternal Entourage did just really good work onto that Hunter. For Joy Boy, Slaughter Master Great Maw did what he could. Hunter got just really punished and pushed out. Ogre Bulls with the dual weapons, did okay. Mixed value overall. Noblo Trappers feeling their nerfs, not as powerful in melee anymore without that bonus versus infantry and a cost increase, and the cost increase on the Sky Striders too. So with 50 gold on each of these guys, that's 250 more. With 200 more on this guy, that's 450 gold this Ogre build had to pay more. So that's pretty impactful. All right. GG's.
Roar. Subscribe, yes.